tell you, I have noticed a trend lately in my life. It's a new trend, and actually it even happened to me today out in the hall in the networking segment, and it goes something like this. Hey Trace, what do you do for work? And then I say, well, I'm a body language expert, and right then I get the same response from just about everyone. It goes like this. They get this really stressed look on their face, and they cross their arms about like this, and they take about a half step back, and they say, how's my body language? And that's when I want to have a little fun. I go, it's fine, but watch yourself, because I know about you. Hi, Sharks. Got one question for you. What do Chris Christie, Lance Armstrong, and Vladimir Putin have in common? They have me in common. I've been asked to interpret their body language on NBC, CBS, and Fox to tell the world what they're not saying. And I could do that for you too. And I think I will right now. So go ahead. Sharks free.
The parents' body language, body types, eye patterns, and words are all consistent, according to body language expert Traci Brown.
And I know more and more employers are hiring people like me, hiring body language experts to come in and train their staff on what to look for.
A body language expert tells us sweating can tell you what's going on behind the soundbite.
The body cannot lie.
Our expert says watch first for the handshake before the debate ever begins.
We watched the interview alongside Traci Brown, who actually raced with Armstrong on the USA Cycling program in the early 90s. Now Traci is a body language expert who specializes in being able to tell whether or not someone is lying.
So watch the body first, take the words always with a grain of salt, and you'll get a lot further in detecting the truth. My goal for you today is to take a big step in that direction so you walk out of here exponentially more persuasive than the way you walked in. Does that sound like a good deal? Or D, she doesn't want to pay that medical bill. Oh, cowbell, I think you got it. Don't be sorry, own it. She says C, audience says. Audience is saying C. Oh, we got some B's. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? She's sticking with C, all right, and the answer is A or C. Lean on one hip for me, sass it up, own it, there you go. Oh, look at that, wow. No one's ever done that. Okay, so I gotta try to match that, I don't know how. I gotta pop it a little? Okay, wait, you're leaning that way? Yeah, okay, so she's leaning that way. If I'm gonna match her, what am I gonna do? Lean this way. And see, she's got one foot behind the other, so I think I do not have the soul that Denise does. Who wants to know how to use some of the skills that you learned to talk your way out of a traffic ticket?
I'm going to let you go ahead and let you out of your ticket.
Oh, thanks.
But I tell you what, don't you ever, and I mean ever, disobey the law in my jurisdiction again, or you're going straight to jail.
Oh, I won't. I won't. This is an in-car guide on how to talk your way out of a traffic ticket. It fits right up in your visor. He was the kind of guy that would take you out and run you through the hardest workout you ever been through, put you in the car, take you home, and cook you a hand-cut thick bacon sandwich like it was good for you. That was the kind of guy Wally was. And he'd say this to me. He'd say, Trace, you got to pay attention or you pay with pain. So let me tell you a little bit about me first. I used to race bikes, that's me. And that's actually how I got into the study of body language. I was never the strongest one in the pack. I started to be able to read my competition's body language and predict what they were gonna do so that I could know them better than they knew themselves and outsmart them. I went to Vail and I needed a day off from work. It's 2 hours, I just drove up there. I found out that the gondola in Vail is free after 4 p.m. Ran up, got in, right as the door shut. I sit down, and I see the gondola really has 2 passengers. One hippie guy who'd taken full advantage of our new pot laws in Colorado. Full. He was smoked up. And I sit down, and there was his big dog was in there too, big dog. And so I said, make a little conversation. I said, what's your dog's name? And he said, dude, it's not a dog. it's a wolf. But don't worry, he's trained. Had him about a week. His name's Romeo. So I start to feel a little fear creep in because, you see, I know a thing or two about wolves. I've seen the Discovery Channel. And I know that wolves need about 10 square miles a day to roam or to be behind a fence, not in a tiny gondola with me with no way out. Now the hippie proceeds to pass out into his pot-induced coma. So really it's just me and Romeo. And then Romeo stands up, and he stands up, and we're about eye to eye. I mean, he's not a small animal. And you ever been in that mating, with that proverbial wolf in a gondola where you don't know their intent? So this is when you want to use the tools that we've talked about. And it's one thing to know this. It's another thing to actually use it. So it's part of your daily life. It's part of your daily existence because results are going to change, and you don't need wolves breathing down your neck. Because this wolf was starting to sniff up my leg because I decided, okay, maybe I should just curl up into a ball and freeze, and maybe he won't see me. And so then I feel this huge movement, and I think that's it, I'm done. That was the movement of us pulling into the gondola station up top. Because, the whole gondola will move. The doors swing open, the hippie comes back to consciousness. He grabs Romeo by the necklace and takes him out. I'm trying to recover. And I get out of there as quick as I can. The hippie throws a ball for Romeo to go chase before that wolf ran off to get it. He turned around and looked at me, and I swear, he winked. Thanks, everybody. Come see me. I look forward to talking to you.